The past, the present, the future. This is Friday Night's Fright. What the planet is listening to. Hello, it's your boy in Austin, and this is the second Och Dee. It's Halloween. It's Och Dee. It's Halloween 2, y'all. We're back, and it's the kickoff show. Kickoff shows are all rage nowadays. Kickoff shows are all rage, and today we're going to do a kickoff show because we're in the next half an hour, give or take. You are going to be teased with what you're going to experience tonight, live. In vaguely American time, it's a kickoff show. It's the biggest party of the Halloween period because it's Halloween 2. I'm so hyped. Can't believe it's been a year already. You remember last year? What fun we had in Och Dee. It's Halloween 2. Or it's Halloween even. That's kickoff show. It's magic for kickoff show. It's all spoken as I go. There's no plans, there's no preparations, there's none of that fanciness or anything. No, it's a kickoff show. We're going to get you hyped for this event, this magical event, this masterful event. An event unlike any you've ever experienced unless you were here last year, in which case you would experience it because it's Halloween 2, y'all. It's magic coming to you live-ish from Florida. Orlando, Florida would be exact. Oh, it's almost live. It's almost live, but it's not. It's almost, but it's not. Anyway, what am I talking about? I am talking about a review, a live commentary review, whatever you want to call it, of Halloween 2. Airing on October 31st. Spookiest night of the end. It's not Christmas. And this is so spooky. It's so spooky, guys. So spooky. And you all know. You all know about Florida, don't you? You all know what's going on in sunny Florida, where I'll kick off with me talking about a book I've read, because it's Halloween. It's a kickoff show. You gotta talk about books. You gotta talk about stuff and things. I just read Stephen King's Misery. Yes, I read the book. Shocking but true, and it was a good book. It was definitely a good book. Stephen King's Misery. What is there to say about this book? It's a good book. It's tense, it's atmospheric, things happen, scary situations, tenseness, but no supernatural elements, or are there? Because in the book that hints at certain supernatural elements, but movie doesn't. You think movie Misery? It doesn't really hint that. It's just straightforward thriller. Horror movie There's an interesting question. Difference between thriller and horror movie. Well, the main difference is thrillers are not horror, and horrors aren't thrillers. Weird, I know. But anyway, the book Misery. Oh, so much happens in the book. It's a really good book, actually. I've been trying to read Stephen King for ages. It's very difficult to get into, especially for me getting books, because I don't have a lot of free time. But this week, being in sunny Orlando, Florida, and I've had so much free time, I've been reading books by Jacuzzi. Good books, even. Like Misery. And I'm also reading Dr. Sleep. Misery, I found book, the thing I liked about book was it kind of drew the situation out a bit more. One of my favourite things in movies or comic books or books or anything is the drawing out suspense element, where you know something bad's going to happen and they drag it out for as long as possible. And when it does happen, like, oh my god, that happened, and then your mind's sort of like, I know it totally happened, you know. And Misery's really good for that, because they've got a lot of scenes where you know Annie knows more than she's saying on. Paul doesn't know this, but also Paul knows things Annie doesn't. In this case of, when's that metaphorical gun going to go off? Or in some cases, a literal gun. It also includes a few bits that aren't in the movie. Like, obviously spoilers, you know. So, you got 20 seconds, then I'll start spoiling it. Yeah, generally a really good book. Really tense, really atmospheric, and got me hyped for Halloween, because it's good, you know. If you can't get hyped for Halloween, what are you going to get hyped for? Like, romance, love? Like, it's Halloween. It's movies night, you know. Watch a movie. Watch Halloween 2. Gets up. It's on Shudder, I think. If not on Shudder, you can buy a copy. Definitely recommend it. I have actually never seen Halloween 2, so this could be a disaster of an experience. But at any rate, it's Halloween 2, and it'll be coming up at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock American time. You know, 8 p.m. Florida Pacific time, whatever it's called. That's when it'll be airing, because I'm on Florida time, so it's going to get 8 o'clock Florida time. So definitely set your sights, set your attention, set your expectations, set everything, you know. But at the same time, there will be an episode going up on Friday, 8 p.m. Well, that'll probably be about 5 o'clock American time, or British 5 o'clock British time. You know, because I'll be landing in England, and then when I get back on that day, a new episode. It'll be a clip show. It's going to be a clip show because it's Halloween 2 sobriety. That's sobriety, and remember, you can tune into that 8 p.m. GMT time. You know, as soon as you've listened to this one, that will go live, so automatically you can jump between them. You can jump from this to Halloween 2. You can do that. You can do that. That is your right as a consumer. You can listen to it as soon as this is finished. That'll be airing. So when I talk about Misery, now I can talk about spoilers. You know, now I've got my emotion out of the way. Misery is a really good book, and it includes a lot of parts in the movie, including portions of the book Misery Returns, which actually I really liked. It's something where I feel like sometimes Stephen King movies and things feel like they'd work better as a miniseries. Other times they wouldn't. He includes a lot of intriguing background information, a lot of dragged out scenes that might work better in a movie format, in a visual format, and in a miniseries format, and then getting like condensation of them. Like, for example, I saw It a few weeks ago. It Volume 2 a few weeks ago, and one of the criticisms of It Volume 2 was because of the way flashbacks are arranged, you know, of kids and movie, it feels like you could just make one movie, the kids and the adults, and I personally would agree with that. I think the kids stuff in the first movie is great, but you could have had that and then the adult stuff like side by side, you know? Could be more side by side. So I really enjoyed It Volume. I didn't really enjoy It Volume 2. It's pretty poor actually, but you know, what can you do? Other things to think about. Misery. Back to Misery. Misery's a good book. I enjoyed it. I thought, like I said, the Misery Returns stuff was a tad superfluous, but it's still good. The only thing I didn't really like was it didn't seem balanced as such. If you hear noise in the background, that is the sound of the water in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, it's past Misery Returns. I think Stephen King's got some problematic aspects, particularly in his renditions of people from other cultures. And I get that what he's going for is sort of the attitudes at the time towards these people, you know, from different cultures, with being unique. And he's playing to the tropes a bit, but it's still a bit uncomfortable to read. I also feel like Stephen King, maybe he's a bit too flowery at times, but it's still a really good read. You got to power through it. That's my thing with books nowadays. I can't sit down and read them. I really got to power through it and get through the first 100 pages. Once I'm through there, I'm good. I spent a lot of time trying to read It, and that didn't really work, for example, because it's a long book, and there's lots. If you're going to criticise a movie for having pacing issues, and I definitely did, you've got to criticise the book too, because it's a lot of setup, and where it's constructed is definitely a lot of setup and a lot of time hopping, and it takes a while to repay off. But the book is definitely not. I like It Volume 1. I don't know about It Volume 2 quite so much, but yeah, It Volume 2 failed because that intercutting in the book, while it can be a tad grating, works, but when it's the adults and they're just picking up talismans and stuff like that, that's pretty boring to watch on the screen, because it's just people picking up objects and scare sequences. The other thing I didn't like about It Volume 2 was they didn't really play any adult fears very much. They seem to have the same fears when they're kids, and it's kind of, that's not true. Like, when I was a kid I was scared of werewolves, but now I'm scared of taxes and taxation and shit like that, you know, getting cold and being off work for a week, you know, stuff like that, and then having to deal with HR and get back to work and all of that, but not like 50-foot Paul Bunyan's or 20 feet naked grandmas. Like, It's not scary. It's shit. Anything that's too CGI doesn't really scare me so much anymore. What scares me is something like Misery, which is very matter of fact. It's the idea of a woman keeping you hostage. I mean, not sometimes that's sexy, sometimes that's fun, but in this case, it's like, you're literally a prisoner, and that's scary. That's terrifying. It's also terrifying, but also awesome. It's Halloween. It'll be coming to you live in live-ish in 20 minutes. It's going to be great. It's going to be a roller coaster of fun and frolics and excitement, because I've never seen Halloween 2, It's one of the few movies in franchise I've never seen. I know of it. I know bits and pieces about it. I know John Carpenter wrote the script and made it as melodramatic as possible. I know TV versions, lots of stuff added to it last minute, but it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be an experience. And experience is what it needs to be. You got to have an experience. So that'll be coming to you very, very soon. But where's I talk about? Where's sunny Florida? Ooh, Halloween here in America. It's such an instant experience. You go in stores and see bits and pieces everywhere. You see stores promoting Halloween. You see this resort isn't really promoting it very much, but it's fine, because when you're listening to it's Halloween, I would be in UK. Or on my way back to UK after my trip to Orlando, Florida. It's crazy. It's bluest skies here, and I'm inside recording a podcast. But hey, that's life. That's what it is. Speaking of scary, have you seen Joker's box office? Ooh, it's intimidating. So intimidating. But enough about that. They've announced a Halloween sequel to the last movie. Crazy, right? Well, how are they going to do that? I don't know, because that seemed pretty conclusive. Michael's dead, he burned alive. But hey, let's go back to supernatural aspects, I guess, It's like Jamie Lee Curtis came back. That was a big shock. It's not like she hadn't come back for 4 movies before that. But yeah, she's back. Her daughter's back. Her granddaughter's back. And tension, what's going to happen next. There's a few ways they can do it, I guess. I guess they could go the route of Michael's supernatural. He comes back from dead, which they've done before. And would be a bit silly, but they could do that if they want to. Or they could go a route of Michael's granddaughter becomes the new Michael Myers, despite the fact her name's not Michael. And her mother doesn't go by Myers anymore. And her grandmother doesn't go by Myers either. But hey, they could do it. They could retcon that, But really, I'm tad disappointed in it. I don't really feel like that movie needs a sequel. It really doesn't. It's a good movie. It's a really good standalone Halloween sequel. But I thought the intent was we're going to end this franchise on a big note, and then it's like, no, it made money, let's make more. But it's like, well, what more can you do? You literally gave Laurie the end to a character arc that she's been wanting all of these years. And remade Michael as a scary guy again. Because the supernatural aspects were never scary. The scariest aspect was just the fact that he would never stop. Which only supernatural aspect 4, you sort of hint at it, but the more supernatural you get into Michael Myers, the worse he is, Something like Freddy Krueger is inherently supernatural, because he haunts you in your dreams, which isn't actually possible in real life. With Michael Myers, just a dude in a mask who, no matter how many times you stab him or shoot him, he gets up. The implication for supernatural is scary, but go full on, have him resurrected by Nazi cults. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's great, and Halloween 6 is, for me, really enjoyable, despite what Paul Rudd says. I enjoyed it, and I wish Paul Rudd agreed and come back in this movie, but what can you do? Maybe the next one. He seems to do a lot. He seems to really be ashamed of that movie, and I get it, but, embrace the shit, Paul, embrace the shit. But anyway, yeah, so, but at the same time, they kind of have to bring Michael back, because he's so iconic now. They tried making a Halloween movie about him, Halloween 3, and it's an interesting experiment, but although for a lot of people it's their favourite movie, I have seen that one before, but I'll be getting back to that one next year. But it's more spitballing Halloween 2.5, because technically the movie we saw last year was Halloween 2, despite the fact that it's called Halloween. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I don't really know what the plot's going to be. I haven't really followed up very much. I know Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. I'm guessing, oh god, I can't remember her name. I'm guessing her daughter and her granddaughter are in it. I'm guessing, probably bringing Loomis's daughter or something like that. That's also sad. I feel like I wish Donald Pleasant's still around. Apparently, by all accounts, he's a horrible human being, but I wish they'd had an actor like him in the movie. Someone who can deliver those lines in a very matter-of-fact way, but put correct intonation on them. That's why readers cast Christopher Walken as a doctor studying Michael in the next one. Someone's got a unique way of speaking, can deliver flat lines in a quite unique way. Oh no, I'm sort of sceptical. I feel like it could be a success, but could also be a disaster. But anyway, enough about that. It's only 14 minutes and 40 seconds until this Halloween 2 goes live. Hyped. So hyped. It's also hyped? Stephen King's movie is coming out next week, I believe. Doctor Sleep. A sequel to Shining. And guess what blew my mind? I don't know if you guys know this, but sequel to the movie of Shining, not the book. Which is awesome, I think. That's really cool. It's got a really good vibe to it. It's going to be a sequel to the movie, because the movie is one of my favourite horror movies of all time. Shining's amazing horror movie. Amazing movie in general. But then again, there's some worries there. Because all you sat here thinking, and all I'm sat here thinking is, how can you make a sequel to Shining? That's a Stanley Kubrick movie. Why would you make a sequel to it? And the point is, because they made the book. Stephen King wrote a book, which is the book. It's a sequel to his book. And the movie is a sequel to the Shining movie, which is actually really cool, because it'll be fascinating to see that character 40 years later, but knowing the events of the movie. And also, it's going to throw you for a bit, because the story has to change a fair bit if the events of the movie are canon, not the events of the book. So that'll be awesome. And Ian McGregor's in there, and I've got quite high hopes. He's a really good actor. Although I've had high hopes for James McAvoy in It Volume 2, and it didn't really work out the way they wanted it to. Same thing with Jessica Chastain. So It Volume 2, I just so many issues with that movie. But enough about that. So it's Halloween 2. I'm so excited. I've never seen Halloween 2. Definitely a movie that's always been on my radar. For various reasons, I've never watched it. I'm going to watch it, hopefully together. So you need to go and you need to pick up now. You need to find a copy of Halloween 2 and get set up, because in just under 13 minutes, we're going to start this. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be transformative. It's going to be revolutionary. It's like this Halloween 2, the third podcast special. After this Halloween, Christmas on Elm Street. And yes, Christmas on Elm Street is coming back this year, this December. I'm not sure what date, December 24th maybe. It's coming back, and trust me, I'm going to be promoting them up wazoo, Don't have Mabel here, although, wink wink, maybe we'll get some stuff from Mabel within the next month or so, Possibly recording at the end of the month. I'll keep you posted. I have ideas, but ideas in theory aren't always ideas in actuality. And we're 18 minutes and 20 seconds into kickoff show. So awesome. Speak of awesome, it's a bit of a rant. Bray Wyatt. I don't know if you guys follow WWE, but Bray Wyatt, very influenced by the old school slashers like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger and Jason. Bray Wyatt has been destroying it on WWE TV over the last few weeks, and he had a memorable match with Seth Rollins a few weeks ago at Hell in a Cell, and it was just, for me it was brilliant, because I love bad horror movies, but a lot of people complain about it. Here's my stance. I love horror. I love horror movies. I love watching them, even if they're awful. It's wonderful. For example, I know a lot of people raise Texas Chainsaw Massacre up as classic. I don't think it's very good, but it is an incredibly enjoyable movie to watch and make fun of. And that's all that matters, really. If you enjoy it, even if it's bad, as long as it's comforting, that's great. That's all you need. But again, enough about that. It's Halloween too. I'm so excited, seriously. I didn't think this podcast would get through 10 episodes, let alone a year, let alone multiple podcast specials, let alone Shuddermania. And instead on that score, tomorrow's episode is going to be another clip show. I'm sorry about that, but I'm in sunny Florida. It's Halloween takes principal focus. Normal procedure will resolve next week because I'll be doing a review of Doctor Sleep. Maybe of the book. Maybe it'll be the book and movie of Doctor Sleep. So tomorrow's episode is going to be a clip show. The episode week after is definitely going to be a unique experience. It's going to be a change of form. But anyway, I'm just happy to do a commentary again. Haven't done one in ages, And for it's Halloween, no less. It's Halloween too. And trust me, you got a lot of ideas coming up over next year for the podcast. Got some seriously cool things planned. You guys aren't going to believe it. I got ideas. I got to meet up with Mabel month to sort out next year's worth podcast ideas, So many cool things. Finally get around Blair Witch Project Volume 2, Blair Witch 2, both Shadows. Finally going to get to that. Going to get to Bay. We're going to have so much fun. And again, it's Halloween 2. I have stressed, it's free. It's free to everyone, not just new subscribers. It's free. The Patreon thing hasn't worked that way I intended to. That's fine. I'm going to do a podcast for free. And also working on a new script. I've got a new scripting plan. And I hope finish for the month and show off my script readers, or script reader in this case. But we've got such high hopes. And also, can't stress enough, the podcast is going to get bigger and better. I have big plans for this, such plans. I know I've been busy the last few months, but life has gone really amazing, like really, really, really good. I mean, I'm in Florida, of course it's amazing, but it's so good, but it's going to get better. This podcast is going to continue to improve. At some point there will be a Patreon, but you don't have to donate a single penny, This is free for the foreseeable future, completely free. You get weekly episodes, you get bonus episodes, you get podcast specials, and there are going to be more podcast specials. I'm trying to do them quarterly at the moment, but still working on plans for that. But you're definitely going to get it's Halloween in October, Christmas in the Street in December. It's definite, but I'm hoping to add a few more to that. Hoping to add one in February next year, February, May, and probably August or September. So you're going to get you might get 5 a year. You might get 5 podcast specials a year. How great is that for the low price of 0? You don't have to pay anything. It's this Friday night fright. You don't have to pay a goddamn thing. We fright on Friday nights, and we also fright at various points throughout the year too. It's a podcast revolution, but without revolution, and sometimes without podcast. But we're less than 8 minutes away from this special This Halloween. You get to hear my immediate reactions to a movie I've never seen all the way through. So I'll be commenting, I'll be talking completely openly, honestly about the movie. I'll be breaking off in tangents, I'll be rambling, but it's going to be good. It's going to be hype. It's going to be so cool, and you can listen to it for free in 7 minutes. Exclusive, non-exclusive, whatever. It'll be free of charge. Oh man, you guys, seriously, you don't know how much it's reinvigorated me. So hyped. It's Halloween too, but also it's America, it's Orlando, come to you live, the first ever international podcast. I've never done this internationally before, unless I have, I don't remember, but it's so hype, and we're almost there. We're so close to you getting my immediate reactions to a movie I've never seen all the way through. It's a treat. It's my return commentary, my return podcast special. It's been a long time since I did the last one. And hey, here's some exclusive news. Shuddermania is come back next year, but also next year will be a month of comic book movies, superhero movies, 31 superhero movies, 31 days. You won't believe how many superhero movies a man can watch. And maybe that missing episode from Shuddermania will show up. Maybe, who knows? But it's going to be so hype. I have already got my mind set. I've got movies. I'm working on movies I'll be watching. 31 days, 31 movies. But this isn't going to replace Shuddermania. Shuddermania is still going to happen. Shuddermania was in May. It was in May, wasn't it? So that'll be a podcast special for May. Will be Shuddermania. the week episode's going to take a break, because we're going to do 31 episodes, 31 days of Shudmania, and we'll also do these comic book ones, 31 comic book movies, 31 days. That'll probably be February, I guess. So yeah, those be your podcast specials for February and May. Comic book Calvacadia and Shudmania. No, 28 superhero movies, 28 days. It's February. Oh man, that's hype. Huge announcement there. Huge announcement. And like I said, next week I'll be covering Doctor Sleep the book and Doctor Sleep the movie for exclusive Friday Night Friday. And trust me, limitless episodes are coming back. It won't always be horror movies, but they're coming back. Oh man, I can't even tell you about the big exclusive episode in December. You not only get the amazing, the breathtaking Christmas on Elm Street, but you're going to get an exclusive Star Wars bonus episode. And by exclusive Star Wars bonus episode, I mean on Star Wars release day, I'm going to see Force Awakens, I'm going to see Last Jedi, and I am going to see, oh man, you ready for this? Rise of Skywalker. I'm seeing all back to back, and I'm building up to Rise of Skywalker at midnight. I'll be one of the first people to watch it in general audience capacity. And then you'll get an exclusive review of my reactions to that movie. You won't believe. I'll be doing exclusive. Just after I see that movie, I will be giving you my reactions to it in podcast, and I'll be posting it the next day. You will get my reactions to Star Wars just after I've watched it. Exclusive reactions, spoiler episode, obviously, packed spoilers, but will be exclusive to Friday Night Fright, the podcast. And we're coming up just now to a few minutes left. Thanks for listening. This has been a kickoff show. It's not over yet. We've got a few minutes left. But wow, what a time. And if you haven't already, get Halloween 2. Find a copy. Get ready. Get set up. Because in 3 minutes, you are going to be watching this Halloween 2 with me. We're both going to be watching. All going to be watching at the same time. It's only available on the various podcast apps, whatever podcast app choice you have, tune in and get that. It'll be as soon as you finish listening to this episode. If you have the automatic download function, it will automatically download. If not, go and find it, because trust me, you won't want to miss this. This is going to be an experience and a half. The unfiltered, uncensored, unquantifiable. Yes, I said quantifiable and qualifiable. It's unquantifiable, unqualifiable. The exclusive. I hope it's Halloween 2. No one else does this as far as I know. No one else would want this as far as I know. But I give so much to you guys. And I believe, truly, this can be first episode in a long time. Break 100 hits. We're going to be promoting this up wazoo. You guys, trust me. I am putting so much effort into this. I've been talking for 28 minutes. Have to stress again. Just get Halloween 2. Get your copy. Sync it up. You can listen to this on demand wherever you want, but if you want to listen to it in purest form, you'll be listening to it as it airs, 8 p.m. American time. You've got 1 minute 30 left. It's counting down. And big announcements haven't stopped there. Oh man, the big announcements have not stopped there. Breaking news. On December 31st, I will be going back, and I will be doing an exclusive pair of episodes. I will be watching and finally do my commentary of Grave Encounters 2, the Anti-Montiverse Necron. That's exclusive. That's at 0000 on 7:31 GMT time. And at 10 o'clock, New Year's Eve, GMT time, 10 p.m, I will be doing my commentary of The Bay will be going up. Oh my lord. Can you believe it? Exclusive announcements here on Friday Night Fright as we count down 40 seconds left. It's coming, guys. It's coming. It's moving quickly. It's huge. It's the biggest show of Halloween. 30 seconds left. It's time, folks. It's time. Sync your movie up. Get ready. Get set. Get hyped. Life is beautiful. And we fright on Friday nights. 20 seconds now. If you haven't got paused, you haven't got just the right mount, you haven't got just set up, just the right place, you won't get it. Anyway, coming up 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you there.